Well, good Saturday morning, everyone, and greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records here in Midland, Michigan. We hope your weekend is off to a great start because, hey, it's the weekend and we're back after last weekend's parking lot related closures. But big thanks to everyone once again for understanding that we had to do this. Little talk with the landlord, and he basically said, we need to close it off. We probably could have worked around it, but like I explained in the post, didn't really need to do so. Just and plus it stunk. Holy cow, they were laying that new asphalt. I was here for a little bit for the live. So, but again, thank you guys for understanding. But we're back open and running up and well, like we should be. Next related, and it's not even really a closure, but I got note the other day that the first Saturday in June, Saturday, June 3rd, is the annual Dow Run Walk through the streets of Midland, which just so happens to go by the store here. And we've been putting up a speaker for the past several years and blasting some music for the runners and the walkers as they go by the store, which we're happy to do. But it also means that Saturday morning in June, we're probably going to be inaccessible until around, 11 or noon or so. I'll be here early throughout, but we'll open the doors as soon as the streets are clear. But that's not coming up till June. We'll talk to you guys much more about that as we get much closer to that day. First off, though, let's say a couple of quick good mornings and happy Saturday to you. See you soon. We got a couple of goodies here for you as well, Ann. Thank you. Pat, good morning from the river. The river. Okay, well, we know it's really there. Hey, in Toledo. Betty saying hi from down in Toledo. Thank you very much for being here. And Blue, check this out, folks. Blue, the dock jumping record store dog, is saying hello from the town of Davison, where Blue and the dude is down there too, along with Kim, taking part in her first jumps. She's done a couple, but this is the first big one of the year, the summer for Blue. So check out her page, by the way. You guys can see that right there on Facebook. Just look for Blue, the dock jumping record store dog, and you can follow her exploits all summer long in her prime as a jumper right about now. So good luck to Blue, the dude, and Kim today down in Davison. So check that out when you get a chance. As well as Jeff, good morning from the living room as well. And Kevin, jumping around in the living room, Jeff. There we go. Set some records. And Kevin Profits, good morning to you, sir, as well. Thank you for being here. And Ann says hi to Blue and dude. Good luck. They do appreciate that. Blue, if you've not seen her jump, check out some of the videos on her Facebook page. It's really, really remarkable what that dog can do. And she lives for the crowds. The more the crowds are there pumping her up, the further she goes and the more attitude she gets. It's almost like when Blue walks up onto the dock, she's like one of these, like a wrestler going, give me some more, give me some more. She wants to hear it. So always fun with that. Okay, nice looking day here. It's a little cloudy, but not too warm like it was the past few days. Great day for digging through vinyl, but for me, that is every day. Let's cover some of the new releases we've got, and I've got a whole pile of them to talk about, and we'll get through this and get on with our weekend. Newish release, but a really cool one. We, if you saw our posts on social yesterday afternoon, a guy by the name of Michael Christensen stopped by the store. He is an artist, Michigan artist from down in the Detroit area. I've known of him for a while. I've got one of his other albums here as well, but this is his new one. It's a compilation called The Middle Kingdom Years. This is some really cool stuff for those of you who like psychedelic, ethereal, ambient music, because that's what this is. It's instrumental. The hype sticker says it all here, though. It is psychedelic space rock with ethereal ambience. I just kind of summed that up, but some very cool stuff from Michael, and we're very thankful that he stopped by. We've got a couple of copies. I had 3. One sold yesterday right off the bat, so we'll check that out. This is a limited edition of 100, so we only have 2 left right now. Hang on 2 seconds. We're back up and running here. So check out Michael's stuff. Thank you again very much for him dropping that off. And we'll have these 2 copies. If it's able to, and these go, we'll get a few more as time goes on. Other new releases from yesterday, we've got the Miles Davis release that kicked in. I'm with the Miles Davis Quintet, working with some very cool stuff from there. And you guys are looking for this, but we do have a couple of the Electric Mayhem, the new Disney Plus series surrounding the band. It's the band, man, with Animal and the folks from there. So a couple of these. I don't believe it is on colored vinyl, but this is the cover. We were having some questions whether that was going to look like. Other new releases, we have a Run DMC. This is the 50-year hip-hop, not 50 years of the Run DMC, mind you, although I think we're probably getting close. 1988 on here. But we've got a few copies of that. That is the Tougher Than Leather release from 88. A anniversary, also a 10th anniversary edition of Daft Punk's Random Access Memories. They have really expanded this. It's now a $50 record, but it's a triple LP, 180 gram with 9 unreleased outtakes and a poster included in on this as well. So for you Daft Punk fans, this is a cool one. We got 2 copies of that on the shelf as of this morning. This one got by us the other day. This is a reissue. This came out a little while ago. This is just a new color variant of the original motion picture soundtrack from Street Survivors, the true story about the plane crash that took the souls of Southern rock. Of course, kind of chronicling the crash that took Leonard Skinner. So some very cool stuff on here as well. Limited edition white vinyl. Got 1 copy of that in the store. Another new release, Sly Stone. This is the Family Soul Sessions Rare 45s from 1963 through 1966. I did a little bit of this on the preview last week. I'll have to go back and revisit that, but there's some very cool outtakes and stuff, early stuff from Sly Stone on that one. New reissue from The Cult, their self-titled album. Black vinyl. No, I'm sorry. This one's pressed on ivory vinyl. So we've got a copy of that. And just because we grabbed the recently reissued Cult Love, one of my personal favorites, this one is on red vinyl. So we have both of those on the shelf as well. As well as the new one, 2 copies of this left now, the new Smashing Pumpkins Autumn. This is a hefty, you guys can see that, hefty triple LP. It is a rock opera in 3 acts from Billy Corgan and Company, limited edition. This is the indie store edition. It's black vinyl, but it comes with those 3 art prints depicting each of the acts of there. So it's a little hefty as well. $80 on this, but we do have 2 copies of Autumn left in. Might not be able to get the indie exclusive art prints anymore after this, but the other version will be in there as well. We also got another copy of the Pisces Iscariot Smashing Pumpkins early stuff that just showed up. I had one on order and we got an extra one. Now on to actually one more here on the shelf. Didn't make the video, but we got a copy of MF Doom's Operation Doomsday as well going out there. This one, some buzz about, and I'm kicking myself for not hearing about these guys earlier. This is a group called Brownout. And I think, Chuck, if you're watching, you're the one that kind of turned us on to this. And I'm very thankful. This is a group called Brownout out of Austin, Texas. And this is their second Black Sabbath tribute album. It's called Brown Sabbath Volume 2. Now, on the surface, if I say Black Sabbath tribute, you're going to go, oh, come on, really? No way, man. This rocks. I had to watch my language there for a second. This is kind of a Latin-influenced band. So think Santana meets Ozzy Osbourne and Tony Iommi, and you've got what this is. But it absolutely rocks. So I've got a couple copies of this. We'll try to get more. I'm going to look for the Volume 1 personally myself, and if I can get a few for the store, we will. But look for this stuff online. I guarantee you it's absolutely way, way cool. A couple of RSD things to mention as well. We're still getting these trickle of the leftover RSD stuff. So if you're still looking for something, obviously the big stuff is not going to be showing up, but we did get a couple of the cool ones. I know that there was a bunch of people looking for the Elvis release from Record Store Day a few weeks back. We've got 2 copies of this left now in the store. So if you missed this on RSD, stop in because we've got them and that will be the last of them. Same thing with Tori Amos. We've got a couple copies of hers and 1 copy left of the Rolling Stones, their Beggar's Banquet, no, not a half-speed master, but the original artwork from the RSD stuff as well. Got a couple copies of the Blur release back in, as well as the Ramones, and a couple more of the Ted Nugent Vault release. So check that out. And then the biggie, and this is the one I'm going to ask you guys for some help on. We got 1 copy left now of the Van Halen right here, right now. The big one lists for $100, going for a lot more online. But I've got 1 copy of this left in the store, and I've got a line on 3 more. So if this is something you're looking for, let me know, and I'll go ahead with the purchase of the next 3 to have them in the store. Otherwise, we'll just ride this one out for the duration. But check that stuff out. Go back to our video if you get a chance as well. One note on upcoming releases. You guys know that on Saturday afternoons, I'll upload the upcoming release for the next Friday releases. I've got a lot more information on that, on this next one in that show, rather, this afternoon. But wanted to mention here also because we're getting a lot of inquiries about it. And this is the brand new Queens of the Stone Age release. that's coming out on June 16th. It's called End Times New Roman. So we've got a few requests and pre-orders for that. And it's going to be kind of a big one, I think. But it also has 5 different color variations that we're looking at here. It's got the RGB. So it's red, green, blue, or silver, and a black vinyl version. So this is the brand new Queens of the Stone Age. Watch our new release video this afternoon, and we'll have a lot more info on that if that's something you're interested in. Okay, on the vintage vinyl side, we put out a lot of picture discs yesterday. So if you guys dig in picture discs, they're still all here. They're all from the 2012 and 2013 reissue series from Iron Maiden. These things are cool. We've got them priced very moderately for what they're worth and going for online, but we've got a Somewhere in Time, a Piece of Mind picture disc, as well as Seventh Son of a Seventh Son picture disc. These now, they are in the general regular cardboard or sleeve covers, but they're picture discs in here. I'll show you in a second. Power Slave is here as well, and Number of the Beast. So we've got these 5, and when I say they're picture discs, they're 180-gram picture discs, and they're pretty cool. You can kind of see that. Each one of them has their own individual image on the disc itself. So give a call or stop in, but this is kind of a really cool collectible and really neat to get all of them. Had a couple of other picture discs as well, one from Mastodon, a couple from Bauhaus. And yes, this is Bela Lugosi's Dead. The song, it's a 12-inch, if I recall. Yep, 12-inch single from Bauhaus as well. So check that out. Back up and take a look at our release video, our drop video from Friday, though, and you can get the full picture of everything that hit the shelves. Still a lot of great stuff on there. So let's see, a couple more good mornings. Derek saying, good morning from Bath. Hello, sir, and thank you for watching. And Jeff, good morning from Texas, stormy Texas. Rainy down there as well, but you guys have got a little more heat than we do, so enjoy on that. Triple E, Volume 1 RSD. Yeah, I know, Volume 1 was RSD, and I somehow missed out on that. I really should have seen that Brown Sabbath coming, and I'm kicking myself for doing that. And checked them out. The Brownout last night. Yes, it is absolutely amazing. Rick saying hi. Cheers from Grand Rapids on the side there. DK from GB. Howdy, sir. As well as Jeff. Yeah, jazzy funk version, Black Sabbath. I love this band. I'm really jamming on them. So, and then Rick, yep, we did see you from coming in there. So, okay. I think that is about it. I'm coming up on time. So you guys get a chance, stop out and see us. We are at 716 George Street, just north of the downtown Midland area. And I don't know how much is going on. Last weekend, it was a busy weekend. Oh, I know what's going on. I saw that the whole big soccer tournament thing's happening out north of town today. So watch your traffic out there. Just stick down in this neck of the woods and dig some records. You guys will be fine. Anyhow, we'll be open today, Saturday, from, well, now until 6 p.m. and then tomorrow, Sunday, from 12 noon until 5 p.m. So stop on out and see us. Oh, yeah. And Kevin mentions, are we open for Mother's Day tomorrow? Yes, we are. I still have a lot of Zappa left from the past couple drops, so we'll highlight that as always. But yes, we will be open tomorrow, Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all of you mothers out there, as well as the real moms like mine up in Dayup. So you guys have a good one, by the way. And we will talk to you next Saturday from Radio Wasteland Records. Thanks a lot for being here. Have a good one, and happy Mother's Day again to everybody. Well, the mothers at least. See you later.